When you look at the past 1 week that has gone on, it's been a rather tough to a mixed bag kind of a period for Indian chess. Gukesh, Arjun, Nihal, Vidit, Divya, from the highs that they conquered, Gukesh in particular has had a very mixed 2025 so far. He's finding out the tough things of being a world champion. But yes, better to have a slump than have a slump at the time when, okay, when the world championship is on, he just can't do things. Or is Gukesh heading the Dinglish way? Because when you look at it, Gukesh played in the St Louis Rapid and Blitz event that was there. He put on a rather strong show in the Rapid games, finishing 4th. He stopped Fabiano Caruana from creating history. But then in the Blitz, when you look at it, he just finished with 7 points out of the 9 that was there, out of the 18. And that is when he slipped from 4th to 6th. So Gukesh, a strong showing in the Rapid. Yes, he did well in Croatia also in the Rapid, but he failed miserably in the Blitz. Here, Blitz weaknesses caught up with him yet again, and that is why you see a 42-year-old Levon Aronian managing to do so well. Aronian, after winning Las Vegas Freestyle, he's now shown his class even here, winning with more than a round to spare. So that is why Gukesh finishing in 6th in St. Louis Rapid and Blitz kind of continues to struggle in the faster time controls that's there. However, the bigger disappointment would be closer to home because in Chennai, it was a strong Indian field with Arjun Erigaisi, Nihal Sarin and Vidit Gujrathi in it, along with Pranav Venkatesh, the world junior champion. But Vincent Keymer managed to win it with a round to spare, and that is why Arjun Erigaisi in 3rd, Karthikeyan Murali in 4th, Nihal Sarin in 5th, Vidit Gujrathi in 7th and Pranav Venkatesh also finishing at the bottom of the pile. It summed up a mixed bag for India. Arjun just could not grab onto his opportunities. He tried very hard to ensure he breached through. But then his over-eagerness against Nihal Sarin cost him, and that is when Nihal won that particular encounter and Arjun never recovered. So you look at it on superior tie breaks, Anish finished 2nd, Anish Giri, and that is why Arjun finished in 3rd. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th continues India's rather mixed bag of a show in Chennai, and that is why the trophy will go out of Chennai for the very first time. Vincent Keymer winning it rather comfortably. On the other hand, the only silver lining was that Pranesh winning the Challengers event ahead of the likes of Leon Mendonca, Harika Dronavalli and Vaishali in the Challengers section. So he will play in the Chennai Masters main event next year. But even there, you saw that Harika and Vaishali both had a dip. Vaishali in particular had a very bad Chennai Grand Masters, and that's why her dip in form shouldn't have come at the worst time because she's also preparing for the Grand Swiss event as well, along with Harika. So that is why those two need to shape up if they have to qualify for the candidates next year. It gives them a chance. There are 2 opportunities, Grand Swiss and World Cup. Let's see how they progress at this stage. So will be the case with Arjun and Nihal Sarin as well. Arjun in particular, he needs to do well in the Grand Swiss and even in the Chess World Cup if he needs to qualify for the candidates. Divya Deshmukh. Now, okay, the World Cup win was the ultimate high and it happened just less than a month ago. But in the World's Women's Speed Chess Championships that took place, she put on a tremendous show. Perhaps amongst all of them, Divya Deshmukh only put on a great show in this past 1 week because she managed to get into the quarterfinals, beating Lei Tingji, but on the other hand, against Hou Yifan, she put on an absolutely brilliant show, but fell in the Armageddon tiebreakers. Pushed her to the limit, and that is why Divya losing in the quarterfinals of the Women's Speed Chess Championship summed up what has been a rather tough couple of weeks for Indian chess. But yes, there is still a bit of time. You can still bounce back. Indian chess, we have seen, can bounce back through a lot of lows. And that is why time is kind of tricky for Gukesh. Because many people are stating he's going the Ding Lijian way when it comes to the World Championships. After Vaikanzi, he's actually not done well. And freestyle and all the other shorter time controls has kind of dulled him. Norway chess was great for him. But again, 3rd position, no one remembers the individual who finished 2nd or 3rd. They only remember the winner. And that is why Gukesh has shown spurts of greatness. But yet again, time is kind of short for him when you have to defend the World Championships, which is just next year. One hopes that all of the individuals mentioned, Arjun, Gukesh, they bounce back in style. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.